What's going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth with SBM Boxing. Let's speak boxing. Big boxing fight tonight happening in the HBO WBO Super Welterweight Champion Nonito Donaire, which is 28-1 with 18 knockouts, known as Filipino Flash. He takes on the South African IBF Super Bantamweight Champion Jeffrey Mathebula, which is 26-3 with 14 knockouts tonight in the Home Depot Center in Carson, California. This is going to be a unification bout. It's going to happen around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And usually, if you guys watch a lot of boxing, the commentators in Boxing After Dark will be Max Kellerman and Roy Jones Jr. So it's going to be great. It's definitely going to be a great fight. Donaire, for a lot of people that don't know, Donaire is actually the second most popular fighter coming out of the Philippines, right behind Manny Pacquiao, which is the mega star out of the Philippines. So he's in a great position to break the bank, make a great deal of money, follow Pacquiao's shoes. Actually, some people are looking for him to fill in Pacquiao's shoes, since Pacquiao, most recently coming off his losses, he's starting to dim away slowly but surely. I disagree with that, but started to slow away. His popularity is starting to go down little by little. Donaire has the potential after this fight to be that big pay-per-view cash cow, bring in a lot more money, build that stardom itself. Now, nothing was more impressive in his career as far as Donaire coming out and making a reputation and name for himself after that highly respected victory over Fernando Matteo, who came into the fight at 44-2 at the time. He was the WBC champion, WBO Bantam. He had both bantamweight titles. Now, Fernando, them two losses that he had, they were, split decision, unanimous decision. So he's really never been cleanly beaten until Donaire stepped into the ring and didn't leave the judge just didn't leave it to the judges to the scorecards. He knocked him out cleanly, and he definitely made a big impact in the boxing world and put his name on the map. Now, Mathebula, he's coming in to fight Mathebula. Before Mathebula's fight, he came over the ugly split decision between Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. Now he's taking on the South African Jeffrey Mathebula, whose record doesn't have too many big time names, big fight names whatsoever, but they were decent fighters. But tonight he is taking on Nonito Donaire, which is a whole different ball game, but he has that 5'11" height advantage to Nonito Donaire's 5'5" height advantage. Now, as far as the weigh-in was pretty intense last night. Both fighters came in. There wasn't too much of a weight difference. And Donaire came in at 121.4. Mathebula came in at 121.8. Both fighters met business. In that stare down, you can tell Nonito was a little upset because he had to look up the whole entire time, where Jeffrey was just staying up there. Hey, I'm not coming down. I'm just looking at you like you're a small boy, like you're a little boy. And all right, no problem. So he was just a little upset that he didn't come down and meet him eye to eye. Donaire made a little bit of issue about that, brought it up to Mathebula's camp. They were interviewed. They were just like, look, he's not a Manny Pacquiao. I don't know why this guy thinks he's Manny Pacquiao. He's definitely not a Manny Pacquiao. I really don't understand what's the big deal with Donaire. He's definitely beatable. Is he definitely beatable? Hey, he has some big, high expectation, high hopes. A lot of people, look, he's a great fighter. A lot of people are saying he's like Manny Pacquiao. I can't even compare him to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao in his younger days, as he's coming up, yes, I can compare him to that. But Manny Pacquiao back then, the Manny Pacquiao right now, Manny Pacquiao, he learned a lot. He became a more complete fighter. He has both power hands. He knows how to utilize the rings. He's faster. He knows how to work angles. His defense is a little, but it's a lot better than it used to be. He knows when he comes in, box out. He knows when to take breaks, which is absolutely useful. So he has that ring experience and that ring knowledge against big name Hall of Famers, big name fighters. If you don't have that ring experience, especially in boxing, if you don't know when to take a break, when to be the aggressor, when to breathe at the right time, then it could be bye-bye. It could be a short night for you. Donaire has high hopes for a lot of people out there. Donaire comes in as a top pound for pound listing, top ranking on the list. A lot of publications such as Ring Magazine has them at the number 3, number 4 spot. Do I think that's a little too high? My personal opinion, I think that's a little too high. I think I have him a little bit way down. I have other fighters above him. But, you know, he's the target out there at the 122 and the 126 pound. You know, for him being in the top ranked position, top pound for pound, he's not really scaring too many fighters. A lot of fighters want to fight him. They feel that they can take him on. So that definitely speaks highly as far as them fearing him, you know. Now, as soon as after this fight, he's looking to move up in weight, looking to fight bigger fighters. Hey, if you take on Euclid Gamboa and you walk through him like you walk through some of these other fighters, then we can talk business, and we can talk about you being a big fighter. But Euclid Gamboa versus Nonito Donaire, I would love to see that fight. But anyways, what's my fight predictions, guys? My fight predictions, I have Donaire winning this fight. Do I think he's going to knock him out? I think he's not going to knock out Jeffrey Mathebula. I think Mathebula's game plan is to utilize his height advantage, utilize the jab, work away from him, be a little bit more work on the defensive side of it, and just utilize his speed and catch Donaire coming in slipping. Now, I see Donaire coming in working the body. He has to break down Jeffrey. Absolutely have to break him down and slow him down, so eventually he can come in for the knockout. So that's my fight prediction, guy. I have Nonito Donaire winning this fight. Guys, let me know what you guys think. Give me some of your feedback. Do you think Donaire is going to pull it off, or you think Jeffrey's going to pull the upset? This is Kenneth with SBM Boxing. Subscribe, friend request. Guys, have a good one.